Hey YouTube, it's David with Bite Size Business, and today we're going to talk about social media monetization. Um, Put simply, people want to make money from social media, um, and that looks different to everybody. Okay, now it might be a case of you seeing somebody's TikTok blow up, they've got thousands of views, they've gone viral, and you've seen 400,000 likes and a million views or whatever, and you think to yourself, this person's getting paid from this. Maybe they are. Maybe they're not. But at the same time, you're wondering how it can happen for you, right? Now, I'll be straight with you. Social media money usually comes from value over money, right? So, for instance, if you provide more value, chances are you'll get money, right? And let me break that down for you. Most people have a favorite streamer, a favorite TikToker, a favorite YouTuber, a famous influencer, a famous rapper, a famous singer, a famous songwriter, a favorite inspirational figure, whatever, right? And the reason why you have this person in your mind, because somewhere along the line, they've given you this value, okay? And that might be a case of you really like one of their songs, you really like something they've said, something they've done which you really agree with somebody, who might be, who might have really saved something in your life, might be a pet, might be a vet, kind of thing, right? They've done something in your mind's eye to make you think this person is worth giving your attention to, right? Or having in your mind for some reason, okay? Now, because of that, it's attracted, they become attracted in your mind's eye, right? So, for instance, if you've got a good vet and your pet is sick, you think to yourself, oh snap, little Rex is sick, I'm gonna take him to the vet. Take him to the vet turns around to you and says, yeah, he's got dog diarrhea or whatever, and give him these pills, 2 weeks worth of rest, and a few bad accidents in the house, and he should be okay, right? I mean, he says that's £300. Or whatever it is, right? You go, oh, thank God. And you pay him £300, right? Kind of thing. And off he goes, okay? He's provided you all that value because he spent years, or she spent years in med school to learn how to give you that quick answer, yeah? So they spent 4 years learning all these skills. So when you come to them, they can charge you this money, right? And the same thing with social media, okay? So if you're doing something on social media which people see as valuable, for instance, you're providing them with an insight, you're providing them with help, you're providing them with a way to navigate through life, that's value, okay? That's really value. If you're doing something which is completely self-interesting, now what I mean by that is something which is like you're just posting pictures of yourself, for instance, right, and without any captions, without anything to help somebody else move along in their life, it's not as valuable. It still has value, but it's not as valuable as, say, something like this, right? And because you want to get money from social media, it needs to be something which people can really latch onto. Now, I'm not saying they won't value that, but it's a lot easier to value something like this for this than it is for something like I look pretty in a mirror, okay, kind of thing, right? So, that's one way of doing it, okay? So now you've been doing something, you've been creating good videos for a long time, you've been doing really good edits, all these things, and you've been building up for a very long time. You've built quite a following, you've built quite an audience, you've built quite a invested community, or whatever it is you've done. And people now want to learn how to get like you, okay? That's where these things come in. So it might be a case of you create a course of all the things you've learned, just like going to medical school, because it is a medical degree and all that stuff is a course. So you create a course, about how to learn these things, a course to learn. You create a avenue, or the case of, look, I'm holding a seminar where you can come meet me. Okay, where people come and meet you out, kind of thing. They'll pay money to come see you, they'll buy tickets or whatever kind of thing. You get a share of all that. Or other ways of doing something like that kind of thing, right? So these are just a few out of many examples. But the idea is that you do something for so long, you provide so much more value to somebody that they almost feel emotionally indebted to pay you something, okay? And that's essentially how value works from social. That's how money from social media ultimately works. Now, obviously, there's many ways, and there's many rabbit holes and different paths you can go down. But if you really sort of like really simplify it, create something good for a very long period of time, and eventually charge people money for it. There you go.